The crossroads, a familiar place, a place between places. As you prepare yourself once more, you know now the pattern. It is resentment you must slay now. You contemplate the companions you've traveled with. You have an idea of a good match here, and it'll be some familiar faces and some new, or at least not recently seen. Let's meet them. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Oren. We're back at it in Darkest Dungeon 2, taking out some new folks. Today we're going to be taking out the formation called Grave Discomfort. It starts with the Vestal in the back rank, our pal the Occultist up next, and then a placement we haven't played in a few runs. We're going to bring the Flagellant along, and then the Hellion for the front rank. Let's get ourselves configured. I do think that Iridia is going to remain a Seraph. There's very little reason to change that. Yeah, I mean, there's just very little reason for her to change like what she's doing. Alhazred, though, we had the Occultist. We took out the Ritualist last time, and that was I think quite good. But now that we're going to be in the third rank and we're really not going to be looking to move a whole heck of a lot, I kind of want to go Sacrificial Stab and maybe go Warlock instead. Yeah, that could be fun. Do Warlock this time, even though Ritualist is still pretty good, but we have 2 healers, so that extra damage may actually matter. So yeah, I think we'll take Alhazred out as a Warlock. Then up Damien, the Flagellant. He's Tangle Tactician, but tuckered out. And, which path to do with him? Kind of like the idea of Big Blight. Don't really like Blight, sacrificing Blight potency. So it's probably a Scourge or Examine It. Let me refresh my memory of what this stuff does. Lashes Gift removes stuff. This does 2 Blight. And this is the one where Deathless is just an absolutely absurd heal. This formation is going to have plenty of healing. So maybe do Exanimate instead. So Sepsis becomes a pretty big nuke. It's kind of tempting. What is that? What does Scourge do to Sepsis again? Oh, it reduces the effectiveness. Yeah, you know what? Let's take out the Examine It. Let's go. Let's go big risk, big reward here. Don't think we're going to need Fester. We do want to have Deathless because it's just silliness. Kind of want to have Sepsis available. Acid Rain as well. Maybe go something like this. Because we don't really necessarily need more. We could use more as well. So maybe that does mean we go Scourge and go more like Tank. Go Tank Flagellant? Nah, let's do Examine It. Let's go big. Let's make big numbers go burr here. Kind of like the sound of that. Examine It and Examine It. Yeah, that looks badass. All right, then finally Freya, our long-running Hellion here. She is a Ravager. Do we want to swap that to maybe I've never taken out Carcass, and I'm not really keen to start now. It just doesn't appeal to me. We do have a ton of healing, so maybe Ravager just continues to be kind of insane. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this is just doing it. Like, it's just doing it. All right, let's go with this. All right, so Grave Discomfort. Thinking about this formation in a macro sense, and thank you to Kiryu Hanzo for suggesting this run. I know it was suggested a long time ago. I'm sorry it took me so long to get here, but we're here. Hope you're still watching. But thinking about this formation in a macro sense, the first thing that immediately sticks out is the absurd amount of healing this formation has. Everybody heals. 3 of the 4 heal everybody, can heal targets, and then Freya, the Hellion, can heal herself. That ends up meaning that we have an insanely durable formation here, at least in theory. We'll have to see what ends up evolving in practice, but just the pure theoretical here, we have a formation that's going to be incredibly sturdy to inbound damage. Kind of counterbalancing that, stress healing. This formation basically doesn't have any? Well, that's not true. So the Flagellant can stress heal with Endure, but it's not the best. It's kind of just saved by the fact that he doesn't mind going into Crazy Town. And the same is true of our Vestal with an upgraded skill. In both cases, it really doesn't feel like it's the best option. So yeah, definitely like very strong health healing, very, in my mind at least, weak stress healing. And then thinking about the damage totals, sort of the third part of our iron triangle here. The damage is there. It's definitely not insane. These are all 4 of these characters deal pretty decent damage. Some of them just need a bit of setup. The Hellion really can spike the damage. The Flagellant is primarily looking to deal blight, at least as I'm running him. Alhazred and Iridia both need a fair amount of setup to do a bunch of damage, but I think it's a case of the damage is enough. There's enough damage that you're not going to be stressed about it. So we're really going to be looking to see in this run the Hellion sort of holding the front line and really spiking damage into the front 2 ranks and the back rank. Damien and Alhazred and Iridia are really going to be worried about the 3rd rank and to some extent the 2nd rank, just trying to like keep the middle of the pack damage flowing. With all of this healing, we really don't have to worry too much because we're almost always going to have somebody coming up who can heal. Cosmic Fearing, getting rid of that's good. So let's see where we're heading first. This formation does deal with the Dreaming General quite nicely. Do we have anyone whose speed is that low? Iridia, in theory. Same for Damien. We could get his speed lower. The Shroud really doesn't hold anything for us. Like, we don't... We're not doing bleeds, really. We're not running Amnesis. So, yeah, I think we go to the Tangle and we maybe go after the Dreaming General. Take him down. Probably still going to pass on a Infernal Flame run. Comment section below if you'd like to see that. If you'd like me to take a break from the project and just do some Infernal Flame runs. It's not really what I've been aiming to do so far, but it is something I'm open to doing. So Reanimated Rabbit and Mucilaginous Slime both seem kind of good. Pot and Still is here, so that is a food gear item. So we could go Rabbit, because I'm assuming whiskey counts as a food item. No, it counts as a in item. Okay, so it's not a food item. But it is food gear, which means +1 speed. That's actually kind of a opposition of what we're thinking of doing. On the other hand, +5% debuff resistance. That's actually kind of tempting per road gear equipped. We don't really have any road gear available. Crocodile, we're not looking to move a whole lot. We just did a Pliskin run, so it doesn't feel like Pliskin. Shrieker Chick is not very appealing either. I mean, the Tick is just always good. Like Tick and Carrion Eater are probably my two big favorites. Shambler spawn's really good too. I don't feel like doing a Shambler run, more or less. You know what? We'll go with the You know what? We'll go with the slime. We'll give the slime its day. We'll just have to be on the lookout for road gear as we go. Since like something like pipeweed can help us lower our lower our speed at a critical moment. I do think storage trunk over Kyurgen's directory. Probably take the Kyurgen's directory. On the other hand, Gnarly Knuckles seems really good to get on the Hellion this early. But that would mean giving up on any of the. Well, it would mean getting Medicine Chest or Pot and Still. Okay, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Pot and Still, and get the Gnarly Knuckles for our pal Freya. Definitely gonna want food. Like that triage kit as well. Maybe grab a couple of pipeweed. We'll go with that. So Freya, let's give you your Gnarly Knuckles. Damon and Alhazred can be a bit slower. Put our slime in. Put our Pot and Still in. And then we'll just give everyone bread. That feels pretty good. We'll save the other pipeweed just for a future endeavor here. Probably put this on Freya, just because. And then mastery points. All right, so mastery points here. Do we just do like Consecration Light and Consecration of Fortitude? Is that just going to be good enough? Oh no, we kind of need Sacrificial Stab to really turn him on. Same for like Sepsis, maybe? Toe-to-toe, but we're not really planning to get winded that much. So I think we're probably okay there. Consecration of Light for sure. And then maybe something like Abyssal Artillery? That seems Abyssal Artillery would be kind of fun. Punish and Acid Rain are both good choices as well. But they're probably good enough as is right now. Iron Swan, probably good enough as is at the moment. Yeah, let's go with Abyssal Artillery. Wait. We are a Warlock, so we are gaining power anyway. Alright, yeah, let's go with that. Probably some different options there we could have done, but we'll go with that. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Tune in next time as we get Grave Discomfort on the road into the Tangle. Until then, remember, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Till next time, see ya.